next incident that I want to narrate is about the time I was in high school. There is a Bal Vikas in one Samiti called Jeevanhalli in Bangalore. And these people wanted to put up a drama in front of Swami for one Dasara. They were short of one actor. So they came to our Samiti and said, we heard there's somebody by name Ravi Kumar. We want to borrow him for our drama. And our Bal Vikas teacher was a very, very sweet, very nice person. Said, oh yes, any opportunity to go close to Swami. And she sent me there. My father also was very happy that I would get a chance to put up a drama in front of Swami. This was in the year 1971. So I used to go for practice. Those were Indo-Pak war days. India was about to go into war with the thing, and so in Bangalore we used to have blackouts. There will be a siren, and immediately all the lights in the city will be switched off, including street lights, because they suspected that Pakistan would come and bomb in Bangalore, where you had telephone industries, aeronautical industries, electronic industries, and earth movers and all that. So, and I was a small boy, 8th standard, barely 8th standard. I had to walk something like 4 kilometers one way and 6 kilometers the other way, because there was no bus. If you took a bus, it would go in a roundabout manner. It would take about 1.5 hours to reach. And those days, buses were very rare in Bangalore. So immediately after class, I would directly go to this place. I would practice whatever the scenes were there. Then I would come back. I would walk alone. And halfway through that, light would go off. Okay, you have to walk in pitch darkness. Okay, you can imagine. So like this, it went on for 3 months. And just 1 week before our drama was to be staged in Patti, they put up the timetable for the half-yearly exam. And I noticed that those exams were exactly on the dates Dasara was. So that evening when I went to the Bal Vikas teacher of that Samiti and told, sorry auntie, I won't be able to come for the drama. She asked why. I told, see, exams are there like this, I cannot come. Actually, she panicked. You can imagine her state. Trained a fellow for 2.5 months, and fellow comes last minute and says, I won't be there. Where they'll get on board fellow? It was a crucial role also. Okay, so after that I went home. I told my father, see, this is what happened, but I have told the Bal Vikas teacher I'm not coming. My father said, no, you're going for the drama. You're given word that you'll be part of this thing. Now you can't back out. And I lived in a family which was a joint family, uncles, aunts and cousins, big grandfather, grandmother. Except my father and sisters, others were not devotees at that point of time. So everybody said, hey, you are making him a sannyasi. What will happen to his education? Okay, so they tried to convince. My father was very firm on this. He said nothing. Exams will come next year also. But he should get this opportunity to go close to Swami. That's the most precious thing. And he held his ground so firmly that nobody could. So I went next day and told the Bal Vikas teacher, who had a heart attack the previous day when I told this, and she was relieved. And so we came for the drama here. When we came for the drama, it was around 3 o'clock we landed here. In those days there used to be a bus, SRS bus, it still comes here. So we landed here around 3 o'clock. And the Bal Vikas, as soon as we settled, the Bal Vikas teacher called me and said, go quickly to the mandir and find out what time Swami comes out for darshan. I just opened the door and Swami is standing there. Can you imagine that? Swami had come to see whether we had got accommodation. And Swami came inside, and everyone panicked. Petrified is the correct word. They are not able to speak anything. One Bal Vikas teacher who normally used to talk very well, she's kind of absolutely dumbstruck, literally. The other Bal Vikas teacher, who could have talked, she can't hear. Okay. So I was sitting there, okay, all of I think 13 years, and Swami was asking questions. Swami came and sat down there, and Swami started asking questions about the drama, scene by scene, how many people are there, who is acting on. I was answering all those questions. Okay, I think that was one of the most beautiful moments, because at that time I didn't know anything. Take Swami so much. When you're a child, you take things for granted. Talking to Swami like I'm talking to one of my classmates, like that. Okay, so then I asked Swami, when is our drama? When is your drama? Swami said, Cheptan, I will tell. And Swami went off. Swami is there with us, I think, for about half an hour or 40 minutes or something. Can you imagine that scene, how beautiful it would have been? All of us sitting around Swami and very relaxed. Okay. So we are waiting. Every day is going past and no talk at all of drama. And one day, 5:30, bhajan is started, and Mr. Kutumbarao was there. He comes to us and says, "You are the Bal Vikas children?" "Yes." "From Jivanali?" "Yes." "Where's your Bal Vikas teacher?" We show them. So he calls and says, "Swami is asking if you can put up the drama today." Today means what? 6:30. You can't say no, because if you say no, you may never get a chance. If you say yes, so that teacher was very smart. She said, Swami is giving a chance. What's the problem? So she said yes. And then they started decorating us. And after about 10 minutes, Swami walks in. He said, Chi, what is all this crown, cardboard crown and all? No, I'll get you crowns. He goes upstairs and gets us from his drama set. And he starts tying our ribbons and tying dhotis and all that. Fully, we are ready. Okay, I'm just telling you just to show you how intimate it was. I remember I was acting in 2 scenes. In one scene, I was acting as a priest. In the other scene, as a farmer. Now, in that scene, when I was acting as a priest, I was lying down and Krishna comes in my dream and arranges Jayadev's wedding, he tells. So when I got up, there's thunderous applause. I myself was stunned. What did I do? So much acting that people are clapping like this. It was only after I went inside that I realized, that pilaka you have, as a priest you have, no? When I got up, that didn't get up with me. That's why everyone was laughing. Okay. So I came to the side saying, there was one more scene. The next scene, I would have to act as a farmer. And I am looking, the Bal Vikas teacher is on the other side. Other screen, across the Purnachandra. Okay, it was not Purnachandra, it was one smaller shed at that time. I am calling her, she can't hear. Okay, so she is on the other side and I am crying. I don't know what to do. I don't know where. And suddenly I heard somebody hitting like that. Looked up, Swami. Why are you crying, Swami? Swami, I have to act. My dress. The Swami took me inside. Then he said, Ida, there was one dress there. Yes, Swami. So Swami tied the dhoti and all. Okay. So that got over. The drama got over. The next day, Swami called us inside the interview room and took photographs with us. He gave us a satin cloth and he said, you stitch shirts out of this. He gave us bus charge and he gave Satyam Shivam Sundaram first part. Okay. He gave us a English Bhajanavali which had just come out. It was a very beautiful thing. Okay. So then we returned to Bangalore. Dasara was not yet over. So I thought, wow. So I can write the rest of the exams, no? But what exam do I have next day? I don't know. So I went to my classmate's house and I asked him, hey, tomorrow what exam is there, man? He said, you don't know, all exams have been postponed. I said, why? Because Mysore government decided to have Dasara festival from this year onwards. So they sent an instruction that all the schools should give leave. So all these exams are postponed. So then my father told me this. He said, see, if you get Swami, you get everything else.